Okay. Stream looks up. Hopefully nothing broke. The audio is fine. Let's continue. And I want now my stream for a second. Okay. Yeah, looks like everything is alright. I can hear myself, I can hear the stream, I can see the game. Okay. Fine. So, what are we up to? Yeah. We found a lot of leads to follow up on yesterday. The first major lead is we found the bow, and we exchanged our bow to the golden bow that can turn people into gold. We also found a lead that...
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back?
Okay.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening. Yulia.
Let's go
no.
him. Let's go
Alright,
send
I
him
can do
for
that.
some chores.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival. I'll go.
Yeah. Okay. So, we found the golden bow. We found the lead that the main opposition for the magistrate is potentially a cultist. We tried to assassinate him, but on behalf of the current magistrate, but it did not work and it broke the golden rule. We found a way to save two people who tried to end their life in suicide, but we couldn't do it because we lack money. I don't think we lack money for this anymore. No, we still do. Okay, so I'm not gonna bother saving them this loop. We also found a very strange lady who tries to chisel out statues, and she gave us her key for the medical chest. So we have a lot of things to follow up on. But the very first thing I want to do is to try to break a game. The thing is, how does this loop work?
No time to explain.
The golden rule gets broken,
What? Quick, give it here.
and the magistrate runs to fix it, to conduct a ritual, to send us back into the past. But what if? What if there is no magistrate to run back?
This is a rather strange first impression. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned. We have... Is that...
Yeah.
Seems... Thank...
What? Hello. I just made a quick summary of the last stream, and what I want to do is break the game.
Don't be so foolish. If you kill me, we all... Allow me to explain.
And
When
it
I
does
discovered
let
the
me.
ritual to Proserpina, the instructions came with a warning about paradoxes. The crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, you will have created a paradox. To illustrate, When the golden rule is broken, I will open the doorway that will bring you here. If you manage
Yeah.
to succeed in saving our lives, but the same thing would happen if you, say, inadvertently, allowed me to die. If either of those things were to happen, I am given to
I
understand
know.
you would be flung back to your original time, having changed the course of history for us and yourself. Indeed. Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Is it? Is it actually an end-game potential scenario? Can I, like, get a bad ending? I honestly thought that was just a way to break a game. Do I want to do it? Can I save the game? Like, if I make a new save, right here, can I reload from it?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Did he not die? Fuck, he didn't die. Do I need to make it a headshot for him to die? No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. Do I try to do it again? Am I just... Will the game allow me to do it at all? I wonder.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost? Oh. Yulia? Oh no. All right. All right, I'll...
No use golden ball? Okay. Let's try with the wooden one.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water.
Oh. What's this? Okay, focus, focus, focus. Where am I? Ah, that's the place where they elect the new leader. Okay.
Wait, how did you know I was headed in there?
How'd you do?
Can I line a shot from outside the river?
behavior, I trust.
Like... Where is he? Can I line a shot from here? That's the golden? No, that's not the golden, that's a normal.
The many shall suffer for the sins of
Okay.
the one.
He just took multiple arrows.
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Wait, did I not use the golden bow the first time around? I misread your message. I thought you told me not to use it. I'm pretty sure I used the golden bow the first time around.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the
Yeah,
citizens
wonderful.
screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
That was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry, come again? Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing. But I don't understand how I could have written it.
Okay, I will try using the golden bow after restart.
I'm not following. So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this. I guess. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here. How can you say that? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. It's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabat. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
It's not obvious to me which bow I'm using. Oh, it is an ending. 1 of 4. Okay. Found the first ending. Nice. I was sure that I was shooting him with a golden bow the first time around, but apparently not. I would love to only equip the golden bow. Speedrun engine unlocked. Yeah, you can straight up get the ball very fast. And just kill him. Should take like
Salve, friend.
3
Mind
4
telling
minutes.
me who you are and why you look like... Oh. Yulia. All right, let...
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Okay. That was fascinating. Now, I don't think I explored this
Isn't
part
that
of town.
a big long bow?
Or should I go for cultist? No, I should go for cultist. Ah, you can start as a soldier. And if you start as a soldier, you just immediately go for a kill. I see, I see. Interesting. Fascinating even. Okay. Where am I? Ah, also we have a lead that the aqueducts potentially lead outside the city. We got it from a smith.
Keep an eye out for Santilla, would you?
Let's go say that him giving me an order to execute the magic did not work.
We're finally... I must have... Is that a... look, it's... No, Of course, what is it? Yes? Why do you say that? What? That's... Well then, I can't be seen. You'd better not waste any time.
Yeah?
You... Well then, as Majesty... I don't believe so, no. So now you're an expert on Rome. If ever there was a time to dispense with legal procedure, it would be now. Think of it as an act of...
Okay.
But it looks like you'll have...
Okay. It doesn't look like he can say anything more about that. But let's talk to him a bit more. I don't think I exhaust all the dialogue
I've
options
had plenty of time to think about it.
with him.
Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods.
We are at 2 minutes.
The sacred accord
Yeah, makes
between
sense.
the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the golden rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy. I trust that
Yeah, that was a good answer. Do you know where?
If I did, I'd have led these people out of here already. If I did, Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians. My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest.
Okay, so how did they discover a golden rule though?
I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened. Very. Ask then. Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the
Fair
better.
enough.
So you know about that already. It's a devastating loss, of course, but that was over 3 weeks ago, and whatever happened to her, it didn't break the golden rule, so I don't think it's connected with our imminent demise. Still, if you happen to find her and return her to me, I would be eternally grateful. Me? Why would you suspect me? I just told you. I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure thee. What reason could you possibly... I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't... Good. Thank...
I don't understand why I cannot ask them. Well, I do understand. It's a
If you're
game,
snooping around in
obviously.
my possessions, you're wasting your time.
But I wanted to ask how they found out about the golden rule in the first place. How they figure out that if they commit a crime, that they all gonna die. I don't think it was mentioned anywhere. And I can't help but notice that the common thread of all appearances in the city is passing out in some way or another
Welcome.
near the water. And do I need to open this chest every time? Or can I just say it to her?
Feeling all right?
And waking up near the inner city already. And it's the same way that we got here. Interestingly enough. How do I do it? Do I need to do it at all?
That's a shame.
Can I just go to the soldier and tell him directly?
Name's Wolf. What business is that of yours?
Yeah, I can.
Willow bark. And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you. I've been in a lot
That's a
of
good
pain
point,
lately.
actually. Yeah, Sentius made up the golden rule, is a popular
Cursed
belief.
statues always
But
watching
we,
the
as a time traveler, do know that golden
crisis
rule is real.
faith. It was too much.
And we do know that he
Started
sacrifices
messing with
his
my head.
life. So, back to
This is exactly what I needed to set
back
it
to the
straight
original
again.
question, why would he do
I
it?
owe you one.
Like, yeah, he could still be the culprit, but what would be his purpose?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Is it a newer game? Was it released after 2020?
Ah, then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. While we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us?
He's absolutely
That
right.
doesn't help me. No, I don't. I did hear a rumor that Aurelia, the tavern keeper, has been offering to sell a way out. But I barely have two sesterci to rub together. Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter.
Can I change his mind?
No. Who do you... Fine. I'll vote for Sentius.
Okay, that's
No
work.
more favors. We're So you...
It does work. Good. So I can get two votes presumably. I can save this bloke who kills himself, and I can get this dude's vote. Is this enough? I'm not sure. But what I'm sure is I want this money. And I'm going to the villa now. I wonder what happened here. What did he try to achieve? I also wonder if I have a key from... No, I do not, obviously. Yeah.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No.
Then skippable
no, no, no,
cutscene.
no, no. Orpheus, what are you doing?
That what?
Yeah. Can I talk?
Let me guess. You go. I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong.
I mean, I have a pretty
I
good
borrowed
idea
money,
what's
and
wrong.
when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the... I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Orpheus, no!
Okay, whatever.
I'll have... and I...
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been... Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100... That was... Well... My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgius. You seem to have confused me with someone else. You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is
Alexander
simply
the
the
Great,
gods
you
have
say?
chosen to mark a natural born
You know,
ruler.
that same Alexander the Great that is totally in the city.
Well, I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will firmly establish. That's quite all right. I trust you through...
There's a key? Wait, what did he tell you? What did he say about the key? I can get the key? Did I miss the key?
Thank you.
How do I...
Thank you.
How? Okay. I don't understand how it works in this game. Examine? Where is the key?
I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens, and
Yeah, totally not blind.
this solemn promise to you, good citizens, under my leadership, you will finally enjoy...
Okay, so I do have a key now. I don't need to jump. Wasn't there a door on the second floor?
Eggshells, yes. No more should you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe because...
You're not supposed to be in here. Talk. What business could you possibly have with me?
Oh, yeah.
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much. An intriguing proposition. Go on. Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that?
Silly? Silly? You're silly.
You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute.
Let's be frank.
To
I
withdraw.
don't know.
Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans
Okay,
to become a
that was the wrong
magistrate,
way.
it must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get Domitius, come. Do I need to call Domitius?
Okay, that was the wrong thing to say. Oh. Yes, please.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Totally worth it. Okay. Okay. Let's pause an election as this look. Let's do it.
Salve. Huh?
Interesting. Why would I want to say this to him?
Yulia? Oh no. Alright, let me see. I'll go.
I'll do it myself. Maybe I could talk to him and convince him to change his vote. I'm not sure who he's gonna vote for, but... Yeah.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. 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 Orpheus, what are you doing? Get...
That's the...
What?
Why do
Please, help.
you... Well, you don't it's if I... Oh, really? But we're still in debt? Really? Wait. So, I guess you'd want me to work for you then. You'd do that for us? A couple of complete strangers. It seems today we are both blessed. This did not turn out how I thought. Thank you, friend. I never thought people like you existed.
I do have one condition for you, though.
Thank you. I'll go and pay off our debts immediately. I
Can
just
you
wish there
please
was some
vote
way I
in
could repay
elections?
you.
Although,
But I have nothing but the
realistically,
tunic on my back.
he hates Malleus. I'm not sure how to say it.
I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus and tell Yulia the
Malleolus.
good news.
So
Thanks
he's
again,
gonna vote
friend.
the right way.
I'll never forget what
What can you say to me about how I saved this man?
What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it. I'm thankful that you...
No.
Ah,
Okay. So that's one. Hey. Uh-huh.
What? But no.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
Salve.
Oh, come on. I just did as you asked. The least you can do is level with me. You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus. Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm not
forcing
sure
him to start over and
I
over,
agree with that parallel, but
over
okay.
again, for all eternity. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over.
No, it's not
Tantalus was
futile.
made to grasp at
I
fruit
found
on
the
a
solution
tree he
already.
couldn't quite reach.
One of four.
The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel. Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to so I'll tell you what. I'll keep doing what... Oh, now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although... Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May for...
Okay, who you gonna vote for?
Salve again. Now.
Oh, that was an option?
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. And that's
Who's
good
Dooley?
enough for me.
Wait, who's Dooley?
Because Sentius put him there. Poor Dooley was just wandering around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. That's nonsense, of course. Dooley's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Sentius really... And how could you... Oh, wait. You've seen it in another time loop, haven't you? Well, in that case, we need to find a way to make sure Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw altogether. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate left, I'll run against him. Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just... Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, Scintilla, Sentius' daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell. Even I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius. Even I could do a better job.
Okay. That's interesting.
Welcome.
A fellow traveler from a faraway land. Greetings. I'm
I
George.
don't think I talked to that
It
man.
gladdens me to see another foreigner in
Have
our
I?
midst. We must stick together, you and I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know. And now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so... That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way. Nothing comes to my mind, my friend. This is troubling, is it not? I am afraid I have no idea. It is ridiculous, though. Virgil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it.
Fiber. Who's Fiber? Yeah, I know who it is.
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is... Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? When
Yeah.
Instead, she changed the innocent people, so...
I think this is a fluff dialogue.
If we are to survive, I say we
If
must
I'm wrong,
heed
then
the simple
oh well.
wisdom of Thales of Miletus. Avoid do... Regrettably, for even if 99% of us adopt... Sadly, no matter... It is not all, but on... For all the...
Okay.
I hope...
Okay. Lots of things to do.
Welcome.
Citizen.
Where's Fiber? Is this Fiber? No. Who was Fiber? I don't remember. Okay, I don't think I've been here. So many leads to do. So many ways to explore it. So no one in here. I don't think. Except statues. And a ladder. But I cannot use it. Okay, this place looks useless. For now, at least. Is this the normal ball or... Oh, this is the golden ball. Okay. Can I... No. Okay, where's the prison? I'm curious about the prison. Ah, right! I forgot. I've been here before.
Hello? Gold? You mean... treasure? My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure. Yes, but I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it more than once, but I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy. Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Okay, I see. I see why they imprisoned him. I see. That unfortunately makes sense.
What does it say? My treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me.
Cisterns, you say?
Except my friend Galerius. And Ek. Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust. Galerius already tried that. What about the rules? Like, Galerius? He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that. You're going to let me out of here? Oh. My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he gave me this key. All I remember is now nobody. Bye bye.
Okay.
Hello. Bye bye.
Okay.
Shalom. Scintilla and I were in love. And then, 22 days ago, she went missing. All right. One night a few months ago, when I was cleaning Malleolus's villa, I heard a young woman singing. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever heard. I wasn't allowed out, so once everyone else was asleep, I climbed up the inside of the villa and onto the roof, just to see where that sound was coming from. And that's when I saw her. Standing in the garden of the magistrate's villa, I just sat there on the roof, listening to her with my chin on my knees. And for the first time in a long time, And then she looked up and saw me and she smiled. And from the moment she asked my name with this warmth and curiosity, I knew I'd have done. And so for weeks on end, each night I'd climb out of the villa and into her father's garden. We'd hold hands and talk about all the things we'd do once we got out of here. Like having our own vineyard. And then one morning I woke up and everyone was out searching for her. They said she'd vanished in the night. All I could do was keep my head down and try to hide how beside myself I was.
Okay.
All I know is she loved me. And if she had known a way out, she would have told me. She'd never have taken her own life. And there's no way anybody could have killed her under the golden rule. I can't prove it, but I just know she's still alive somehow. Somebody abducted her. I have no idea how or who would want to do something like that to such a sweet, lovely girl. But what else could have happened? My guess? Malleolus had something to do with it. He is without doubt the most evil man. I have no idea where he'd be keeping her, but there is one room in his villa, upstairs, which is always locked. I've never seen the inside of it, and I haven't been able to steal a key without breaking. But I have a feeling that if you could get in there somehow, it would shed light on a great many things. Really? I was sure he was hiding something in there. I feel like I've looked everywhere. At least everywhere I could get to. There are still two places I've never been able. First, the palace. If Navia managed to get in, then the only other place she could be is somewhere in the cistern network. I remember hearing that Dooley had been poking around in the upper cistern before he was locked up. So you could ask him about it, I suppose. All right, friend.
Okay. That's late.
Shalom. Sentius, I suppose. I'd have to be in. All right, friend.
Okay. Let's go and try exposing Malleolus once again. To this place. Okay, I see.
How come
Yeah.
you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
This was the place.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored.
Talk. I think a better question is why I have quite enough marriage trouble already without having to explain to my... I think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry. Preferably the way you can... You know, so now but... Oh, aren't you charming? I'm quite sure my husband would seethe with impotent rage if he overheard you say that. I love it. It seems our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him. But first, I want you to bring me some wine. Just one small urn should do it. Oh, don't look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around. You mean, aside from the fact that I'm locked in this room because there's barely any left in the city? In fact, let me tell you something about Malleolus. He talks a lot about freedom, but after all I've done for him, counseling him through his entire election campaign, and he had the audacity to lock me in here. He said it was for my own good, and that my drinking was unbecoming of a lady, let alone the wife of a magistrate. I'll show him unbecoming. Tonight, at his victory party, I'm going to get good and merry, and if he tries to discipline me again, I am so excellent. Now, you'll need to pay a visit to that strumpet Aurelia in her tavern. I expect you'll have to flatter her a bit. If that doesn't work, you might be able to get some advice from Yulia, who's probably still at the I heard they used to be close. They both Thank you.
Okay. What to do next? Which lead to follow?
Boy! How did you get in there, you cheeky little sturkers? If I cop an info from Malleolus, I'll be coming.
Citizen?
How to get to the cisterns?
We're fine.
You know.
Is that about... look, now. You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times. Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you, that is not... It was not so long ago, during the Republic. The law of the 12. Here, we see to it that a privilege that would be taken away. The man has no self. I will not jeopardize...
Yeah, I understand. Okay, he will not.
Thank.
That was to be expected. So... Oh! Another chest with money. Good to know, good to know. So I don't understand the location, the assistance, the system. But what's this? Oh, it's just gold. Boring. Where have I not been? This is a villa of Malleolus. This is the starting location. This is have I been here? Can I even get here? Or are there invisible walls? There are invisible walls. Okay.
Salve, friend.
No, don't throw a ball. I feel like I'm missing some part of the city. An important one.
Salve. Sorry, was there something you wanted? No. I did hear from Ulpius that she disappeared. It's very sad. But I'd been locked in Malleolus's villa for months before she... I was. And... I can tell you. All right. I'd been here about a week, when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did. I had to sign an agreement, saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I paid Aurelia. And she gave me her so-called way out. Hemlock. It's a deadly poison, made from a plant. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time.
Lol,
of course,
what
I
a
demanded
scam.
my money back. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes, and
That was cruel.
she
That was
laughed.
appropriately
She
cruel. I
immediately
approve.
told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had... That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I thought about resisting too. But he locked me in his villa. confiscated everything I owned as collateral and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, and I'd be on my hands and knees scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. My hem. I just wanted it to be over. But I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the... Well, it seems the gods have decided I've suffered long enough. Because not long ago, Ulpius told... So I suppose I'm just going to rest. All right.
Okay. No, I will not revisit the architect. The architect was irrelevant. He knows nothing. That was an interesting piece of lore. So... Can I? No. All right.
Salve. Ah, I... Well, help out, but... Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is they're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the Great Temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake, and allows us to fish and farm. Of course. Nice to...
Okay. Below... Below the palace. Palace is right here. This is the palace.
Be careful who you trust.
Is this useful? It might... Yeah, this is probably the way I was supposed to leave the palace. After talking to the insane woman who carved statues? Question mark? Okay. No. Below the palace. Oh, exactly see anything below the palace.
Be careful who you trust.
they?
Okay, those arches.
I'm afraid this area is private. I must ask you to.
Oh. Okay. For now, let's go to the tavern and ask for some wine. What's this? I wonder, does the statue come alive when the rule is broken? Can I access this door? This does nothing, right? Oh, it does not.
Oh my! I've never seen a lamp like that. Praise Apollo.
I'll try it, I guess. Hello. Okay, let's start with the tavern first. Can I take it? No.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Okay, that's the lake. How do I get there? Can I just jump? Ah, I can just jump. Okay. Why can I not jump here? Okay. Bottle of wine. Okay. I'm still going to talk to Aurelia, but apparently I don't find anymore. How do water appear here? Okay, I see. Okay. That's where they farm food. No, stop. No distractions, no distractions. Let's go talk to the Aurelia.
You're here. I'm so glad you decided. And I hope I'm not being too forward. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before. A certain learning and sophistication.
Yeah, I do have a lot of money. I'm glad that you asked.
Coming on a bit strong, don't you think? I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
Okay.
I do, but I'm afraid it's not for sale. It's the last jug in the entire city, so I'm saving. Good idea.
Okay,
of course, there's plenty of wine on. I'm happy to tell you all about. So, simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now. Ha! It's hardly my fault if people misunderstand the terms of a deal. I mean, it does say, let the buyer beware, right outside my tavern. Certainly, for 10 denarii.
Sure.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect. Now, she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. There used to be a midwife here, Naevia. Fortunately for us. Whatever.
Okay.
All right.
So nothing interesting, really.
You, Sisyphus, just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, but it does not know. The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment. They never do. There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more. The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. The newly arrived are
Okay. No idea what to do with her. But I have wine now. Let's go get wine to the wife of Malleolus. Never. I'll never be able to pronounce his name correctly, am I not? Where is he now? Yeah, he's right here.
Why are you still here? Thank you. Here's the letter.
Nice.
Now, perhaps you can tell me who...
What?
He's... Oh no. That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined. I only wanted some leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. No. What? No. You tricked me, you mendacious little stirkers. It was a lie of a mission. You were planning this all along and you deliberately concealed it. May Jupiter cut you down. I curse you. I curse your life and mind and memory. May you be unable to walk or eat or drink. May this drag you to the depths. This is
Lady.
outrageous.
You don't know shit. Also, why my FPS dropping so hard?
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so... My name is... You... And I like to think... Well,
What do you mean I can prove it?
Unlikely, because it's... Are you in... Why would... So... It finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you... What? One of Nero's assassins? So... You're not going to kill... So much work for nothing. Oh, if I do it, you'll let me live? Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. I'll have Domitius notify the priestess of my There. You got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak to me again.
Okay. So now... I need to start a campaign for... Do I try to see what happens if I let the current Magister win? No, I need the key. What? Okay. Dude, I need to talk to you. Did I break the game? Okay. Okay then, let's see. Let's see what happens if I force the elections right now. Or do I try to look for cisterns before? No, I'm still not sure how to. Okay, let's start an election. Whereas oh.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. Well, Malleolus has withdrawn for some unknown reason. Why do you... Oh, what a good idea. He is a virtuous
that's how you
and
do it.
decent man after all. I happen to agree he... Sir. See you...
Okay. If I do it like this, whereas probably won't win, but okay, I cannot.
See you around.
I cannot talk to him about voting anymore. Okay, let's just see what happens with elections. This way. Maybe something interesting happens.
Ave. It must be it'll be between... Why do you ask? As I said... Very well. Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
And let's watch the procedure proper this time. What is this again? Ah, yeah. Okay.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius Helva. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Dacius.
Sentius.
Virgil.
Sentius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius?
Sentius.
Citizens, you have made your decision.
Okay.
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus.
My fellow citizens, you've placed your trust in me once again, and you won't regret it. I vow that each day henceforth will be just like this one, and I will deliver.
You, a new arrival, whatever your name is, you're responsible for this, aren't you? Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Shut up and let the magistrate speak.
Malleolus is gonna be magistrate by the end of the day.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Wait, I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is, a children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay. There was a chest. Not a chest, a door.
I'm sorry.
I need to get to the door. It was... Okay, can I bait him out? I don't think I can. Okay, so the statue does come alive, but I'm not sure. Can I kill statues? Requesting a spoiler. If I shoot a golden statue enough times, will I achieve something meaningful, or should I not even try? I'm pretty sure I tried shooting a statue once or twice, but it seemed to do nothing. No idea. Okay.
Salve, friend. Oh. Yulia. Poor guy. My uncle was a victim at rheumatism's altar, and he ended up killing himself. Alright, got it. Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood. What? Are you... You're serious, aren't you? I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message. I'll go.
Okay. Okay, I can kinda see now why I'm telling to do all of this to him. Because I need him to build up reputation. And if he builds up sufficient reputation, he can then become mayor. Magistrate. Was 250 gold. Okay. And that was me falling. Visible wall here.
your best behavior, I trust?
How do I get up the fastest way from here? Wait.
Don't believe. Not a good time, friend.
Wait. Ah, if I tell, do I not need to go here? At all? Huh. Okay.
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Not a good time.
Okay.
What now? I have a message from Malleolus.
Welcome.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune.
A golden bow, just
Where's
like
Faber?
Apollo and Diana's.
Who's
Greetings
Faber?
and salutations.
The name looks familiar. Pretty sure I met her already. But where? Was she the one who got crushed here? What? Okay. Did I accidentally found the way for Two Systems? Okay.
Come and join me by the fire. Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
Who are you?
It's a sincere pleasure to meet you. Tell me, what brings you all the way down here? Then perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of this place. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I've been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. I'm hoping that person is you. Let us find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule? You have much to learn. It's best if... Then you should speak with your contemporaries in the city above.
Ask them about their stories and see if you detect a pattern of some sort.
I did detect a pattern.
It's best if you come to this realization for yourself.
They all come from the sea. Well, from the river. But apparently that's not what he means.
Ah,
But what do you mean alone?
I will let us...
Okay, so he really doesn't want to talk. Okay. So if he's alone here, that means that no one passed through. Can I? Yeah. That is a loop.
Ah, you've returned.
Okay, this place loops into itself. Okay. Good to know, I guess. But there was no sister here. So she's somewhere else? Where am I exactly? I don't... Another bottle of wine. I thought it's a rarity, but I found two already. Two different ones. Two different ones. Yeah, I figured. Oh. Okay, looks like a shrine of some sea god. take some of the items, but not all of them. Maybe I can show some of them to... Okay. Insane lady? Maybe
Just
you
as
can
the... but it does...
tell me something?
The...
No.
The new...
There was this priestess up in the temple. Maybe talk to her? But I was looking for Fabia though. Where is she?
Salve.
Oh, you're Fabia.
Salve and welcome. Terrible shame that is. Maybe this'll help. Late last night, I was cleaning my oven when I heard some noises outside. The forum's usually dead quiet at that hour, so I came out to see what was going on. To be honest, I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping around again. So I put my head out and saw someone in front of Virgil's shop. I couldn't tell who, it was too dark. I called out to them, but they just turned and ran off without a word. All I remember is they ran past a lit torch, and the light glinted off something metallic. Armour, I think. So I suppose it could only be one of three people. Horatius, Domitius, or Ruthius. I hope that helps.
Okay.
Oh, I try not to worry. Thank, and I'm sure he'll be just across. All right.
Name's Rufus. Galerius. Sorted out my rheumatism.
Fine.
That's fine.
No idea what you're talking. Yeah? See you around.
Can you tell me about the...
A new face. Arve.
No, I don't think
See you
can.
again.
Let's go talk to the priestess.
I hope you're coping.
Where is priestess? Where did she go? Yeah, I can see that it is a Skyrim mod. Just like in Skyrim, you need a person for a quest, and he wandered God knows where. Yeah, I I am getting strong Skyrim flashbacks. But in Skyrim there are at least quest markers. And mark this quest. No. What was... Wait. Huh. Never mind. Where was the quest? Did already complete the quest? Okay, whatever. Wait. Yeah, this does not help. This does not put a quest marker for me, is it? I don't think it is.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. What is it, citizen? Not that it's any of your business. What business is that? A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. I suppose that's true. Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything. You might fare better though, I suppose. If you're accusing... Fine. What? Absolutely not. I know someone's been threatening him, and I'm not happy about it. But I can assure you... You know... Alright.
Can you tell me something new?
Shalom, friend.
What?
Shalom.
He just up and leaves.
Shalom. You mean
no, that's not...
Nothing. Alright, I was...
Yeah.
All I shouldn't, I can't... I have had, but I... Really, I feel first the only... I remember...
Okay.
Alright, friend.
Okay, I need a short break. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, I keep getting distracted by various tasks. Let's talk to this one.
What now? Do I seem like anonymous threats are my style? You don't know Sturkus. Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me. And they keep coming back, if you know what I mean. You don't know Sturkis. Whatever.
Okay. That's not helpful.
Thea
That's
is
quite an
proof
impressive
of a
bow,
degenerate
Captain.
mind.
Just like Diana's.
Where is Priestess? Where did she go? Can I open this door? No, I cannot. Yeah. She knows nothing. I have not been here before, or have I? No, I know. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Huh. Maybe I missed her? Up there? Not up there. Is that her? No, that's Julia.
Salve.
Priestess, where? That would be the part of the stream I would cut out if it were a video. Because that's just me aimlessly walking around and looking for one particular person. And I am probably just blind and passed like twice already. But it does not exactly help. Maybe focus on another quest. I mean, I almost... I'm very close to getting the dude elected. Maybe she's in the tavern? She...
You stay away from my money.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so theoretically I can force a loop using this key and opening this chest, but I won't do this for now.
Wow, isn't that a big long bow?
Because I still want to find Priestess. I think I have that already, but I cannot not take it. Okay. have honestly no idea. Is there another shrine?
I hope you have a good reason for flout. We're finally alone. Is that? No. Ask then. Good. Of course. Yeah. Why do you say that? So I'm told. This is... Thank you for bringing... Well then, in that case, as much as it... As magistrate, I hereby declare him an... Thank you. Please act quickly.
Okay, this is useless. So it is completely useless to report to him the suspects. Can you tell me something more about your sister? Now that I have some
I
context.
wish Horatius would stop letting barbarian. I'm sent. What are you... Really? Now remind. Ugh. What? Well, I don't know.
Okay.
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance. Oh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and... Do I need to...
Citizen.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
On your best
That's
behavior,
quite
I
an
trust.
impressive bow you have there, just like Diana's.
Okay, that's it. I'm googling where to find the priestess. I'm done.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them? Oh, come on. You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus. Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he would...
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Oh, and if...
Okay, apparently Octavia can be seen in that secret shrine I discovered.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
So, let's go there. How do I get there again? Well, she's not in here.
Oh!
Okay, let me pause this loop real quick and just run to the temple and talk to her there. That
Unless
should
you
be
want me to
quicker.
slip some hemlock into your next drink, get out.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
There's nothing of value in here other than the money. Okay.
Salve, friend. Oh. Yulia. Poor God. All right, let me see. What? I'll go.
Okay. Now I go up here. And presumably I will still manage to find the priestess here. It would be a pity if I can't. No! No! What? Does she just disappear entirely? If I tell the dude that will be running for Magister to deal with the situation. Yeah, she just disappears. What the fuck? Okay.
Salve, Rufius. I hear you've been suffering from rheumatism. Sorry to hear about that, friend.
What? My condition is nobody's business but mine.
There's no need for that. I just wanted to give you this willow bark to help you treat it.
A treatment? Really? Thank God. Finally, some relief after all this time. You're a good man, Galerius.
Appreciate that. Now, I've got to run.
Octavia, her name was Octavia, right? The priestess I'm looking for. So...
Arve.
Ulpius and Julia are free.
What is this?
I trust our business is concluded.
Okay. Have I been here before? I don't think I did. Okay. I like how I basically shooting out of midair. And holding the ball. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Who are you? Did he send you? Do you know you're here? You have to help me escape before that monster comes back. I'm Scintilla. I found a way out through the Gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever. Or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key. Sentius, my adoptive father. If
Oh,
you
shit.
will help me, I'll castrate and crucify him.
Oh shit.
I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either. Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key. I'm going to take that key from around his neck. Eve, I'm done caring about the Golden Rule. There won't be enough time. Just you.
Yeah, I did.
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? Oh, thank you. Now follow. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she? So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really. If you'd just done what you were supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al. Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Just the 9? Not a lot compared with Al, but I've seized every day.
Did they loop only for 9 days?
In any case, there's no escape for you except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it? Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this. But where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death. By reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living long after your dust. Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face. the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death.
Dude,
I have become, in
leaving
effect, as
the time
immortal
loop
as the
and
gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same
thinks
for
it's good.
yourself?
Okay.
Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow? Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go.
Second engine?
What's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
What? Ah, makes sense.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty. But the last entry mentioned someone with this. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city,
Yeah,
and turning them
makes
into
sense.
gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light. What? You're saying you... look, God, why does you've spent... This is... I'm not following. So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. That's... Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
Okay. So this is probably the second engine. Or is it not an engine at all?
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure... You go on ahead.
Okay, so I guess I have to save everyone.
You're back! But you're alone. Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait? Really? Sounds amazing. And did you... Oh, look! Here he comes. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of my new friend here. I know how crazy...
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was... Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this. but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Sentia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready?
Okay. Okay. So, can I skip it? No, I cannot skip. Oh, I can. So the third ending is probably saving everyone. Like, I could somehow okay, let's carefully examine this place.
You? Who are you? I'm... I don't... Behind the own... I'm... There... What? No! It's no use. You'll never persuade him of... You'll make it...
Okay. So... Can I... No... Oh, okay. This won't play that. I know that I can absolutely not trust him. But I also do know what happened here. There was another place to go here. Ah, it's just a chest. Okay.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Don't believe a word they tell you.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Majesty.
We're finally alone. Is the... look now. Me? What are you talking about? You know, you remind me of him. Al Worth. The fellow who came through the portal before you. Come now. Sure. You see, but he was a moron, and because I watched him come, and when the next time I mean, he 10 most, and he had everything, all those people, because there's no escape. So, you discover. I couldn't care less. And why would I? The only way you're getting this key is over my hand. If I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox. You see, it was my actions that brought you to this point in time. So if you kill me, you'll stop me from doing so, and you being here will be an impossibility. That means if I die, you'll be flung back to your original time, having caused the deaths of everyone here. You might want to think that through. If anyone so much as touches me, you understand that I certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on forever until you wither and die like Al did, and the gods send yet another useful idiot to extend my life for me.
Oh shit. Yeah, can you hear me now? Yeah, my bad. You should be able to hear me now. But I tried to do what you offered, and
neither do. Now get out of my village.
I think nothing happens really. Well, let's. I think the only difference is now he knows that we know. So. Okay, there's a new quest.
Isn't the great temple majestic? A new face, Arvid. Well, I suppose we'd first need to figure out which god that is, and I'm afraid even I don't know, although I have my suspicions. This might sound like a strange question, but please, humor me. How did you find your way here? Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you? Older. I see. I wonder if... No.
I think nothing will happen. I think he just knows now and he doesn't care.
I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's to... Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
Good. Thank you. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia You have? Then what is it? Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else? There are definitely some common threads there. Keep asking people. Livia's fate weighs heavy. Come back.
Okay. Okay, what can I do?
A word they tell you.
What can I do to meaningfully end this loop?
Whatever's in that grate. Hello there, friend. Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the... I'm afraid not. Some people... You mean, how did I end up here? Alright. Well, you see, I mostly had myself a nice... See, about 7 months ago, Arthur Rome called... So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make... But, to my surprise, we must... But the captain's happy to... No. Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber. No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fall. Only, when I came to, I couldn't agree more. I mean, look around you. Very well.
Okay. Wait.
Sentius, I suppose. Yeah? And what's he... Certainly. For a few... Nothing illegal about it. Pleasure doing business. Can I help you with it?
I don't think I can sell him the
Terrible
ball.
for inflation is what it is. Very well.
Shiny.
Ah, a fellow traveler. Greetings. My friend, my store. A good question. I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found, this time, I remember people screaming, then falling. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little... In any case, I went to find... anything you... I hope...
Okay.
Ave again. And did you know? That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else? Yes, I also had such an encounter. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. You mentioned earlier, you met a young woman in the forest named Karen, yes? I see. And was this Karen, by any chance, wearing a hood?
I don't remember.
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths. But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Okay, I got distracted again. I remember that I need to talk to the man, but to end the loop and talk to him again. But I think talking to him was actually required to trigger this quest. I think actually to unlock other endings, there is no way for him to not know, to not know that I know. Follow closely. Okay. It's too late now. I don't think it would matter, to be honest.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N.
Oh no.
Charon, the ferryman of the dead.
Oh no.
Charon, who in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey.
It is
it's
Hades.
just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
There are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means. I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems
So that means
none of them escaped with their lives after
I'm
all.
not alive either?
Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so that was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, but they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks. To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle.
Okay, I do know how to cross paths with them again. But
good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across, but that
don't
never
want
made
to do
any
that
sense
yet.
to me. In our case, it seems Charon. So, maybe there's something special about the coin. No. I mean, I had my suspicions. Now that we know where we don't have much to go. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit god. So it seems you have two options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of... All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that... So, if you want to confront him, who knows? Perhaps he... But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a key. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again. It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Eden. However, this one is unusual in that that means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian.
I think I recovered one already.
A mystery plaque. I don't know, but perhaps you should be. Perhaps Kabash are it, but I did. I'm afraid you're. As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet. First, it's. If the stories are true, then the problem is, how do we communicate? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels? Truly? But you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of... Fascinating. Perhaps she is a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way? Truly? Then why are you still here? Ah, I see. Then it seems you have made a great sacrifice for all of us, friend. I admire your compassion. Truly. Thank you. But unfortunately, I'm afraid your only other option will be to confront you-know-who. All right. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret, all this... In any case, may Fortuna...
Okay. Okay. Lots of things to do. lots of things to do. The first thing I want to do is go to that strange man with no name. I don't really want to end this loop. Like, I'm pretty sure nothing will change. He will just know and will not care. What I want to do is go here, talk to Livia, and then go down. If I find the way down again, that is.
Just as the ocean accepts, but it does. Say it. Then it is true. I was right. I thought I saw it, but when the rest of... I had to tell myself it was I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the metamorphoses by how he gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he...
Yes.
I will do my best to... There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any popular. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of others follow their trades, imitating. I hope I have done, and now we share a secret.
Okay. Not sure if it was helpful. Let's go... How did I go to that place where with a man? Was it like this? And this? Yeah.
Come and join me by the fire. Welcome, welcome. It is best you do not know my name, for merely to speak of my existence in the city above could bring destruction on you all. Tell me,
are you God?
What brings you all the way down here? Ah, yes, that cursed thing. I will tell you everything I know. But first, a request. The one thing let us find out. Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly... Good enough for me. Now, let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong? You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. That's probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the golden rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult. Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable. because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still fight. But under the Golden Rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference. That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation?
No.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I mean...
After hundreds of years, and as many great thinkers dedicating their lives to these questions, what hope do we have if our best and brightest haven't been able to answer them? My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong. If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve. In mathematics, we would call it, because the only way to create a utopia is and life and
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring. You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these... I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy sparring with everyone.
Requesting the opinion of Roman expert in the chat. Should I know the name of this philosopher?
It became heated. He drew a gladius.
Can I? Is
won the argument,
it a recognizable historical figure?
Lost my life. I woke up on the
Is
banks
it like
of the Styx
Aristotle?
at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time, to live out our days hidden from Hades. They are one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto.
It is
Long
Hades.
Before that, my people called him Hades. My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again. I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
I mean, he's obviously Greek.
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from... Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of... And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So, like so many things... As you would... Ha! If I... Did we not discuss it at length already? You seek the plaque bearing the... It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you, if Kabash had... I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them. However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing, an even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription. We had no idea until years later, when as a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally
So before Romans, there were Greeks in here, and before Greeks, there were Egyptians in here.
Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egypt. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting us. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail. There are certain things you must take this key.
Okay.
I enjoyed our chat.
Okay. Okay, let's explore the catacombs. I kinda want to finish the stream already. I was hoping for some conclusion, but for some reason I decided to go in here, and now that's a catacomb. And seems to be locked from the other side. Is this Dark Souls? Do I need to shoot him twice? Okay, so I found even older city.
Stop! Do not come any closer. Who are... I am Kabash. And let me guess. Another Greek or Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my... Trousers, boots, curious here. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want? To what end? That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it, and restore the...
Okay.
Now, as for the other plaque. Indeed, I have it right here. I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was. You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it. Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie. I will tell you, but first, do you know what this place is? Indeed, and I see you know our history. This is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story, and here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks
How is
had
he
their
still alive?
time to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers. But instead of adopting our ways, they copied.
Or he's not from the previous generation of
When
citizens.
they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before, and as if that desecration was not enough, they built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began. It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before us, and that my people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us.
Well,
but
he's self-aware
I
at least,
cannot accept.
to an extent.
I sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper. You will never. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed. You are too late. It is done. It could not have gone any other way. Now, the thing of evil you sought. I am from Rakotis, which you may know. Since the Roma, when they fight on my side, it did not.
Yeah.
I do not know. All I... Mo. Good. Wait. You are planning... You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness. We shall see.
You know what? I know this is very unsatisfying conclusion, but I'm probably gonna end the stream right here.
You are still here.
Because I feel like, okay, no. Let's dive in. Let's get this thing. Let's very briefly see if the way out is easy. Oh, doesn't look easy to me. Looks like a dungeon. Yeah. I'm gonna end this for today. GG.